join Reverend Dr. Otis Moss III.
Shout out 808, my lord. Shout out 808, my lord. Shout out 808, my lord.
We now join Reverend Dr. Otis Moss III.
Shalom to elect Israel, to the hopeful elect Israel. You Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians, and the foreign Israelites that look like the other nations scattered across the four corners of the earth. I want to give all praises to Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi. Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi. Got to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham. Ignorantly calls God. His name is Yahawah. Bahasham means in the name of, and Yahawashi is the Holy One of Israel. From the tribe of Judah, a so-called Negro, who everybody ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, who was slain at the foundations of the earth for the salvation of the elect on this side, and then for the rest of the Israel, after the destruction. And then Bahasham, the Rawchaa Qadash, is talking about the Holy Spirit. Okay, that's all in the Rawchaa Qadash. That's the ancient Hebrew. So as always, we want to give double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone led us to this truth, to be ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, and so forth. The Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath to all those who are part of the elect, to the hopeful elect. Lord, when we part of that number, Lord, when this be edifying those who fear the name of the Lord and striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities, his judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 5, it is not slack. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 9 is unto a ring. 2 Peter chapter 5, verse 42. The waterfall, you sincere believers tuning in, hearing on after. Yahawah Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash, Barak, Atham. We're going to get into a lesson dealing with some articles. Lord willing, I'll be able to go do a short camp before I go to the plantation. We're going to deal with this World Economic Forum witchcraft, and then NATO admiral warns a potential all-out war with Russia. We're going to get into a couple precepts about that, and then some various end-time topics. So Lord willing, up onto the flock. We want to get started with one of the big brothers, GMS Virgin Island Straight Gate. He did a video concerning this, so we're gonna watch a little bit of his video. He's gonna play the video and show what we're talking about, and then we're gonna put in some precepts. And the title of his lesson was "He disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise," which is found in the book of Job, chapter 5, verse 12. So that's what he's talking about. Like they have this enterprise, they want to bring about this new world order, and the Lord's going to make sure it doesn't work. So we're going to get into this, and then we'll put in some precepts, try to get this done fairly quick.
Most powerful people in the world are meeting in Davos, Switzerland this week for what they call the World Economic Forum, where they cook up crazy ideas to get rich, make our lives miserable. Let's check in to see how today went, shall we?
Why should I?
Witchcraft at the World Economic Forum.
Right.
Hey, Shalom, Israel. Shalom. First and foremost.
So that's the video that the big brother put out. He got it from Elder Naqtazakba's page. It's been going around the brotherhood. All the elders and whatnot have been going in on this. Because basically what that was, it was like a form of witchcraft. Like they trying to receive this blessing before they issue in this new world order. They issue in this charagma before this World War III starts off. They try to basically, they want a blessing so their enterprise will work, but it's not going to work. We're just going to go into a precepts about it. We're going to keep moving. That's GMS Virgin Island Straight Gate. That's the GMS branch in Virgin Islands. GMS is everywhere. So this is Leviticus chapter 19, verse 31. And these are the same people who say there isn't a God. These are the same people who say that Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi don't exist. But at the same time, look at them trying to do all this spiritual seances and shit and all this weird shit, with the wicked of Jake. Trying to receive a blessing from Jake, but he trying to receive it from, the wicked side of us. Because they know, like, hey, man, the Lord's only dealing with us. And he's only dealing with a remnant of us. He's not dealing with all of Jacob right now. Just the third of us. So Leviticus chapter 19, verse 31, regard not them that have familiar spirits, because that person you seen, they're called shamans, and that's like basically like a witch. It's basically like a witch, and they claim to have contact with the spirit world, with the dead, okay, and that stuff's going off. The Lord said we're not to do stuff like that. That's why it said in Leviticus 19:31, regard not them that have familiar spirits, neither seek after wizards to be defiled by them. I am the Lord, your power, Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. So we don't get with that. Now I want to jump over to Isaiah chapter 19, verse 1. And it reads, behold, the burden of Egypt. And today, America, Babylon the Great, if you can receive it in the spirit, is the new Egypt. This is the modern day Egypt, the revived Roman Empire. This is Jacob, which is Israel, found in Genesis chapter 35, verse 10. Jacob's name was turned to Israel. Okay. And yeah, 35, verse 10. Yeah. So Egypt, you know, it also says in Revelation chapter 11, verse 8, this place is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. That's why you have the rainbow fruit roll-up committee here. Okay. So the burden of Egypt, this is really talking about America, Babylon the Great, Jake's new captivity, but it's the same captivity. You know, this ain't no place new. So the burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud and shall come into Egypt. What's that swift cloud? It's talking about a chariot or a so-called UFO is what, you know, the nations call them. That's what he's talking about. So the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be removed at his presence. With what? The missiles from the other nations. He's going to show up right around that time when the missiles come, and it's going to, you know, it's going to be removed at his presence when he get here. And the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And heart means mind, you know, like your thoughts, you know, and how you say it in the Hebrew is la'ab. You see, it's going to melt with the missiles. Verse 2. And actually, yeah, I wanted to bring that somewhere else as well, but we'll do it right now. Isaiah chapter 19, verse 2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, right? And he's got stuff going on in Texas right now where Texas, I'm about to pull these articles up in a second, but Texas refuses to surrender this migrant, you know, situation going on, and Biden threatened to attack Texas with F-15s. Like that's World War III, Civil War type shit. Okay? This shit's gonna start going down. Okay, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, kingdom against kingdom. And we're gonna talk about a little bit about that today. I'm gonna jump up. Let me go to 3. Let me go ahead and read 3. Right? Because this is what they're doing right now. Before he comes. Verse 3. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof. Right? Talking about the World Economic Forum, talking about the United Nations, NATO, EU, all these people who have gathered themselves together to act like they're the Most High. Right? I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall what? Seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. That's why they're over there in the World Economic Forum, got Jake blowing on their fucking forehead like it's going to stop Yahawah, Yahawashi from destroying this whole system. You know? They're terrified. That's why they're trying everything they can. They're like, you go call the shamans, call our soothsayers. So they know that the men of the Lord out here telling them what's going on, and it has reached the top of the councils. It's reached the head councils. You know? Talks about the Pharaoh of Egypt heard the report of them. And he had pangs in his stomach. You know, he in fetal position right now. He's just not going to show you on TV, but they be at the house terrified. Okay, they're terrified because they know all the wicked things they done. They're finna pay for it, and not just this time. Not just for all the wickedness they done this time, but for every time. The Lord remembers all that, and He's taking account of it. Now, when you go into 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 23, it talks about the wickedness of Saul and how Saul disobeyed the Lord. Okay. And this is the kind of things that have been going on throughout history. So this is 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 23. For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, right? That's what rebellion is. It's witchcraft. And stubbornness is as inequity and idolatry. False idol worship. Adultery means false idol worship. Inequity means sin upon sin. You know, because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord. He have also rejected thee from being king. That was what was said to Saul, you know. Shalom, bro. Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Qadash, Barak. Shalom, GMS, take heed, Israel. The water for tuning in. Verse 24. And Saul said unto Samuel, right? Because Samuel was telling him that it's like you went off. So that's why the Lord didn't want to make you king. And he said, I have sinned, for I have transgressed the commandment of the Lord, and by thy words, because I feared the people and obeyed their voice. And that's the thing with our people. Like they fear these heathens. They fear the World Economic Forum, Economic Forum. They fear Esau, even the so-called white man. So they obey their voice. Shalom, bro. Yahabashim, Al-Shabashim, Rakaha, Qadash, Barakatah. Shalom. The water for tuning in. So, you know, our people, to this day, 2/3 of our people, they fear Esau, Edom. They fear these nations and their weapons. They don't want to fear Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. And that's why the Lord said, no, I'm not going to make you one of my kings. I'm not going to make you one of the rulers of Israel because you're afraid. We're not afraid. We know Yahawah, Yahawashi is going to come with great vengeance, and he's going to defend his elect. And we pray to be of that number every day. You know, this is another form of prayer, doing these lessons, showing we believe what he's going to do. We're bringing it up in many different ways. This is Acts chapter 5, verse 29, and it reads, Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, we ought to obey the Most High rather than men. You see, we obey the Most High. We know that there's more of us than them, as it says in the scriptures, but, you know, we ain't going to go too far into it. We're going to get over to this next topic. And we're going to kind of just show you the end game of it, you know, what's going to happen coming with this particular situation. NATO admiral warns of potential all-out war with Russia. They saying NATO, top NATO official Admiral Rob Barak, Bayer, I think how you say that. So like if I said that wrong, warned Thursday that a larger war with Russia and other adversaries is a real threat amid the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. And we know, you know, America, Babylon the Great, and Ukraine is losing right now. Bar Buer or something, I don't know how to say his name, chair of Western Security Alliance Military Committee, he said not everything is going to be hunky-dory in the next 20 years. And it's really going to be short than that. It's going to be way shorter than that, you know, way shorter, because we know that they want to implement the charagma, the grain of rice that you put in your right hand and their forehead. Their goal is by 2030. Okay. And it might come faster. We don't know. But, you know, they think that they're just going to, you know, that they don't think that this prophecy is true, you know, and some of them are starting to see it now. Some of them are like, you know, they be shivering when they say, what if it's not true? What if you're wrong? We're going to find out. We're going to find out because we know we're not wrong. So they say, I'm not saying it is going wrong tomorrow, but we have to realize it's not a given that we are in peace. He said in the press conference, and Russia for a conflict with Russia and the terror groups, if it comes to it. And see, they call them terror groups. They try to call the BRICS terror groups. But what is all they've done? All they've done is cause terror in the earth, rape and pillaging and destroying different nations and all types of stuff. You know, they do the same thing. They blowing shit up too. They sending missiles too. So, you know, we're going to get with this. We'll just put in a couple precepts to show the end result going to turn on America, Babylon the Great. They're going to 17. I'm trying to keep it real simple. Revelation chapter 17, verse 16. And there reads, in the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, right? Which is these NATO and, you know, United Nations, NATO, and the EU, these nations that are upon this system, okay? It says, these shall hate the whore. The whore is talking about America, Babylon the Great. They're going to turn on this place and shall make her desolate and naked and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire, you know? And they're not going to be the only ones going to do it. It's going to be the BRICS nations too, because the BRICS nations, you know, none of them are part of the beast. Some of them are for now, but they're going to transfer over and they're going to come up. They're going to, you know, they're going to come with Russia. They're going to side with Russia, and Russia's going to be like the head of them, the forefront of them, you know? Revelation chapter 9, verse 12, you know, show you World War I and World War II and World War III are in the scriptures. Revelation chapter 9, verse 12, one woe is past. Woe means destruction. That's talking about the world wars, right? And behold, there come two woes here more after. That's how we know World War III is imminent. It's going to happen. You know, the Lord already prophesied these things and had his prophets putting this in the scriptures. Now we're going to go to Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 8. And it reads, because there's different times, okay? And we're in a different time right now. That's why Jake is being more austere. Jake is like really coming out with a warning, like, y'all got to get right. Talking to ourselves first and foremost, right? Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 8, a time to love, a time to hate, a time of war, and a time of peace. And that's where we're at on the timeline. We're on a time of war. And after that, it's going to be peace forever, because it's going to be the most terrible war, you know, anybody's ever witnessed, you know, and then it's going to be over with. Verse 9, what profit? Oh, yeah. Verse 9, what profit have he that worketh in that wherein he laboreth, right? Because everything's going to get destroyed here. But we have profit in doing this work. This work has profit, because we're going to get it. That's what we're going to get on the back end. You know, we're going to be joint heirs with Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. So this is the only work that has profit, but everything else, everybody doing, you know, all these people building doomsday bunkers and whatnot and stuff like that. It's not going to last. It's not going to be something that comes out as something worth. In the end, verse 10, I have seen the travail which the Most High hath given to the sons of men to be exercised in it, right? Right, verse 11, he hath made everything beautiful in his time, right? So everything is already mapped out. So he have set the world in their heart, right? Their mind. He set them in their ways to think what they're doing is going to pay off, you know, so that no man can find out the work that the Most High maketh from the beginning to the end. And who did he give that revealing to what he's going to do? To his men, starting with the elders and apostles, a great millstone. And then you got the big brothers on down. And then, you know, I'm like one of the little bros. I'm new coming in the truth. Only been here about a year. Verse 12, I know that there is no good in them, but for a man to rejoice and to do good in his life, right? We do our best to do what we can to the best of our abilities, right? I want to get to the point, is verse 15, but I'll go ahead and read 13. And also that every man should eat and drink and enjoy the good of all his labor. It is the gift of the Most High, right? But we know that, you know, that enjoyance of that labor is not going to last if it doesn't have anything to do with Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Okay? So, you know, he made it to where, you know, if you work hard for your money, yeah, you can get yourself a couple things, but just keep in mind that don't none of that stuff matter, but the work of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi matters. You know, to you men out there, you know, maybe you're a new brother coming in like me. One day you come across this lesson, you know, verse 14. I know that whatsoever the Most High doeth, it shall be forever. Nothing can be put to it, nor anything taken from it. And the Most High doeth it, that men should fear before him. See, we fear the Most High, because why? Verse 15, that which hath been is now. See? Now. And that which is to be hath already been, and that which is to be hath already been, that the Most High requireth that which is past. So that's how we know that this destruction's got to come, you know, to receive salvation. That's why, you know, we're praying for the Lord to bring judgment on this place so we can go home. You know, this stuff is required. Okay, judgment is required. The Jacob's trouble has to go down. You know, and that's just basically what I'm saying with that. But right here it says, Hot Mike supposedly catches Biden threatening to wage war on Texas with F-15 fighter jets. And why is he doing that? You know, and he said this about 5 days ago. But why is he saying that? He's saying that because right here, this article. It says Texas refuses to surrender migrant packed Shelby Park to federal authorities after Biden admin sends cease and desist letter. So they tried to tell them, we taking this, and they said, hell no. And now Biden's over here like, we will send F-15 fighter jets over there and start bombing y'all. What does that sound like? Civil war. You see, and what movie they coming out in the next couple months? Civil war. The Lord's showing us that this is about to go down. And we're seeing it in the headlines. You don't even have to read too much about it. I just wanted to show that. We're going to put in some precepts, you know, but these different nations, these different states are starting to be like, nah, we ain't, nah. Just straight no. We're not giving you shit. You see? And we know a divided house can't stand. And that also goes back into that Isaiah 19, verse 2. I would say Egyptian against Egyptian. That's what he's doing. Kingdom against kingdom. City against city. That's what we're seeing. You know? So this is Matthew chapter 12, verse 25. I'm just about done. I don't got too much because I wanted to go do camp before I go to the plantation. You know? So this is Matthew chapter 12, verse 25. And Yahawashi, right, who everybody ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Yahawashi knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. You know, simple scriptures. We're seeing that America, Babylon the Great is divided, and they now on live talking about, I will send F-15 fighter jets over there and attack y'all. And they already got stuff going on in Ukraine, stuff going on over there in Iran, dealing over there in Yemen, and now they talk about attacking their own people, man. This is what we come. This is what we're coming to, you know. And if you haven't seen the trailer of that movie, The Civil War, you should go look at it. It looks just like what we're seeing in these articles. Yeah, like this one part where the dude was like, "Which American? What type of American are you?" Like it was completely divided. You know, it's Revelation chapter 18, verse 10. It's going to lead to this conclusion. Revelation chapter 18, verse 10. It says, "Standing afar off." Let me go back to 9 so it can make a little bit more sense. You know, go back to 9. So, and the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her, talking about you know, the United Nations, the NATO, EU, the beast system, all these people wondering at the beast, making money off America, Babylon the Great, you know, and we know that she's the ruler with this, she's the whore. Because why? Because everybody they're using the dollar. That's the main thing, you know. That was that fornication that was committed, you know. And, you know, we know that the BRICS is, you know, changing that. That's how we know we're close to the end. They're making their own currencies and stuff and testing it right now. So the fornication and live deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. Why? Because they ain't getting the bag over here no more. They ain't make no money. And they're going to be the ones who destroy this place. That's even to show you more that Yahawashi is controlling them. You know, they're basically just going to be like, we don't want to bomb y'all. We're going to have to do it because we don't have no choice. Like, you know, it's going to come up with enough reasons to do it. So verse 10, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, talking about America, Babylon the Great, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. It's going to be that quick. It's going to be over with. Now, this is another thing. It says, nuke threat, North Korea tests underwater nuclear drone able to generate radioactive tsunami and chilling warning to the West. They're making radioactive tsunamis with nukes. Okay, this is like next level warfare type shit, you know? And the Lord said this kind of stuff would happen. Okay. Get back over here. That's showing a video of them testing it a little bit, you know, trying it out. You know, that motherfucker could blow up in the water. Well, that's a big ass nuke. That motherfucker blow up down there, and all that water that hit that town and be radioactive. Like, that's the kind of stuff that they're going to be doing. This is a next level type warfare. And Jake talking about he going to survive because he got an AK-47 and a shotgun, 2 pistols at the house. Just, Jake, you have no idea what these devils are about to do, man. Okay? And the Lord's getting this battle ready. He's got them getting their shit ready. Make sure it works whenever they use it. Daniel chapter 12, verse 10. And it reads, many shall be purified. You know, all of us are being tried to see who's the elect going to be in order, right? Of his, you know, of his men, you know, the elders and apostles of the great millstone, who's going to come in order, who's going to stay in order, right? Who's going to take rebuke in the right way, because all of us have been rebuked. All of us have been rebuked and corrected and exhorted. And if you take it the wrong way and you get offended, then, you know, it's pretty much you failed the trial. Because you shouldn't be offended that somebody's warning you that the Lord's going to judge you. Better one of us than him actually judging you. So many shall be purified, white, made white, and tried. But the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand, right? And I want to go back. I want to jump back real quick. I want to make that point. You know, that we're being tried right now to see if we believe in Yahawah, Yahawashi, and more than men. That's who you're seeing who's going to be the elect. So we're going to go back to Daniel chapter 12, verse 4, and this is why this truth wasn't revealed until the end. Okay, because the Lord told he told the prophets to shut it. Okay, till the time of the end, which is now. That's why you're getting the understanding. So it says, but thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. So it's even still sealed today to some people. To the majority of people, it's still sealed. They still don't get it. But the elders and apostles, their knowledge was increased in the end to understand 100% truth, to give it to the elect. Okay, that's what it's for. It's for the elect. So it says, even to the time of the end, many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. And that's on the left-hand side of the Lord, which is the wicked side of the Lord, and the right-hand side of the Lord. And what are the people on the left-hand side of the Lord doing? They're making radioactive tsunamis with nukes, man. That's showing you that this time is just about up, man. You got all these people talking about World War III is imminent. Like they're saying it's going to happen. And we know because the scripture said it was going to happen. But things got to happen first. The famine of the word, you know, the charagma has to be implemented and made mandatory. These are things that we're looking for because we know after that, hey, it said America Babylon the Great going to be taken out in 1 hour. We out of here. Lord willing, we that number. We out of here, you know. And that's why we not as, you know, we're not at the same time no more. So that's why we got to get a little austere and be like, you need to get yourself right because we don't have that much time left. You know, be playing around. You know, you need to come all the way in this thing or you're going to be out there. Joel chapter 3, verse 9, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. That's what he's doing right now. You know, and he's got them doing this. Verse 10, beat your plowshares and the swords. What does that mean? They're taking their agricultural money. They're taking all that and they're turning it into missiles. They got so many of them, they're just sending them in the water and blowing them up and see how they work. They got a lot of missiles right now, right? Beat your plowshares and the swords and your pruning hooks and the spears. Let the weak say I am strong. Who's the weak? The other nations that wasn't strong enough to take down America, Babylon the Great. but Lord's building their military weapon up, their armory, you know. So we're gonna jump over to this next thing. I got 2 more articles, and we out of here. Yeah, I'm making pretty good time, you know. So, you know, that's something, you know, to see what they're doing with the nukes, you know, kind of like a little update on that. War warnings everywhere. Global risks are heating up. See, so all the world knows that war is coming, and you still got Jake out here just playing around. You know, Jake trying to go to the bar and get some box, and you know, he's not really understanding like the mass severity of destruction that is coming from Yahawah, Yahawashi. Like this, man. Okay. So, you know, it says while U.S. has been focused on Gaza and Ukraine, several other long simmering global threats are getting hotter. You know, why it matters. The last 72 hours have been mincing Chinese patrols near Taiwan, an exchange of fire between Iran and Pakistan, and other escalation between U.S. military and Houthi rebels. Okay. And then there's been North Korea, which has been largely off Washington's radar, but where the risks appear to be growing. Why? Because they're testing newly, you know, they're trying to see how big a nuclear tsunami they can make, a radioactive tsunami. Like, you ever heard of that? Like, how are you going to get away from a radioactive tsunami? Like, how are you going to get rid of that if it's just like 100-foot radioactive tsunami hit your fucking city? Like, you can't go in no bunker. You just going to drown in that bitch. Like, this is some, you need Yahawah, Yahawashi to get out of this, you know? And another thing, another update, what says, we'll read just a little bit more, but I want to jump down to a point. Okay, so North Korea this week formally abandoned the goal of peaceful reunification with the South. We know that, so they not cool no. They said we're not gonna be cool no more. We're not reunifying this war, basically. Like, we're not gonna ever be cool again. That came soon after North Korea fired more than 200 artillery shells near South Korean border islands. They're just shooting bullets over there. Like, we finna, you know, we trying to see how, you know, they just testing their shit. They keep making sure they bullets ready. Ain't making sure they guns ain't gonna jam. Okay, they're not playing. Yet another projectile provocation from Pyongyang, but one that could potentially foreshadow a real world attack. See, North Korea is believed to have dozens of nuclear warheads and has dramatically increased its missile testing since talks with the Trump administration broke down in 2019. But we're going to keep jumping down because America Babylon the Great just did something. It says the latest, U.S. conducted a 5th round of strikes on weapons and other assets belonging to the Iran-backed Houthis in Yemen on Thursday. So they're still shooting missiles over there. Okay, they're not just the one time. They're continually shooting missiles over there right now. Okay, so that's why shit's, you know, it's not going to be a long time before World War III and all these other things go down. So the Houthis have disrupted international shipping by attacking and seizing vessels heading to or from the Suez Canal. The rebel group has said it's responding to Israel's military operation in Gaza. So everybody's, you know, things is jumping off. Fears continue to grow that the war in Gaza will spread to Lebanon. You know, we know what it says in the scriptures about Lebanon, right? We ain't gonna get into it. Hezbollah militants there have far greater responsibilities than Hamas. You know, what to watch given President Biden struggles to contain the Houthis. See, he can't even contain what's going on over there. Not to mention his own ally, Benjamin Netanyahu. Okay, it is an open question to whether the U.S. can effectively contend with that array of challenges, and they can't. They can't. They can't keep up. You know, and they over there talking about shooting shit at Texas at the same time. Like, dude, they're not going to keep up with all this shit. You know, so we're going to go to Isaiah. You know, this is just showing you like the Lord is dividing this place. He's, you know, he got them over there praying and shit, talking about some, hopefully our little shaman blow on our forehead and we'll make it out of here. Like demons are scared. Isaiah chapter 9, verse 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. This next one's going to be missiles. Okay? Fuel of fire. Verse 6, for unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, the Mighty Power, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. That's talking about Yahawashi. He's going to come back and take over these nations. He's going to be with burning fuel fire. He's going to wish your ass was on his side. Verse 7, of the increase of his government and the peace, there shall be no end, right? A world without end. That's talking about for the nation of Israel. Upon the throne of David. That's what he's doing right now. He's rebuilding the tabernacle of King David. Okay, through his men, starting with his men, and then you have the honorable multitude of women and children, and some of them are men too, but most of the men are doing what? They want to put on the image of the elect, 144,000. We want to be them. We want to be with Yahawashi. We want to rule with him, sit next to him, sit at his table, and upon his kingdom to order it and to establish it with judgment and with judgment. Said in Psalms, the Lord's justice and judgment, it said justice and judgment is the habitation of his throne. So everything you see around you is Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi's justice and judgment, right? From henceforth, even forever, the zeal of the Lord of hosts will perform this. That's what we're going to see. He's going to perform this. Now, I want to do a little small update on the BRICS. We're going to go a little bit into Ezekiel chapter 38, and then we'll get out of here, And I always bring up that, I like bringing up that a lot because it's something that's happening right now. So we bring it up a lot to keep up with it, something that's going on frequently. So 30 more countries want to join BRICS. Okay, and when you see on the front of the screen, who is that? That's Putin. Okay, because why? Because it says in the scriptures they're all going to come and defend Russia. Okay, and actually it says BRICS, all of them hoes say Russia. I thought it was like, I'm going to say Brazil under that one. All of them say Russia, It's just spiritual that it's showing that, because that's what the scriptures say. So, about 30 countries have expressed interest in becoming part of BRICS. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov gave this information to the press conference on Thursday in Moscow. So this is like newly. This is like them talking about, they're still trying to grow with us, In Moscow, he confronted the reporters about Russian diplomacy in 2023. At the same time, he called the interest of countries to join BRICS worldwide as one of Russia's diplomatic successes. They're always putting Russia at the forefront of this thing. So we're going to go into these nations that want to do that. We'll do that. So, let me get to the point. It's previous members were Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, and the United Arab Emirates have joined this year. Okay, so those are 5. But meanwhile, Lavrov said that at least 30 more countries want to join BRICS. These include Venezuela, Thailand, Senegal, Cuba, Kyrgyzstan, Belarus, Bahrain, and Pakistan. All of them have officially applied. A part of this, Syria, Turkey in the Bible is Gomer. We're going to bring them up too. Nicaragua, Indonesia, and Zimbabwe have verbally expressed their interest. So people are starting to draw towards this BRICS. They're talking about this right now while World Economic Forum's over there getting, whistle blows on their heads. Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 4. And it reads, I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws. That's talking about, the Lord turning Russia back into that old Soviet Union spirit. And they're doing that. Like we seen that article where it was negative 68 degrees over there. Okay. And Putin turned off damn heat in the prisons. It's like, motherfucker, you're going to die in here if you don't come fight. Like, You can die either way, shit, basically. And put hooks into thy jaws. And I will bring thee forth in all thine army, horses and horsemen, talking about that military power, the missiles. All of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company of bucklers and shields, and all of them handling swords. All of them have incontinent ballistic missiles. That's what it's saying. You know, it's not like I actually bunch of people standing there with swords. It's like, talk about the missiles. Verse 5, Persia, which is Iran, okay, Ethiopia and Libya with them, all of them with shielding her, talking about Turkey, and all his bands, the house of Togamar in the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee. And that list that you're seeing on the bricks is those many people with them, okay? Verse 7, be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. Who's the them? Talking about Russia, the Medes, okay? And that's who took down Babylon last time, the Medo-Persian Empire. So we're going to do it again. It's going to be a greater mass scale, on a greater mass scale. And, you know, I want to read 8 and 9, but I really want to just get to 10 so I can make good time. You know that part, you know, I want to get to the point. You know, they're going to come together. It shall also come to pass that I shall think an evil thought. And what's that's going to be? To send those intercontinental ballistic missiles over here. That's what's going to come to mind whenever they get together, all together with their swords, their missiles. That's what it's talking about. So that's what I got for today. You know, there's another one I want to go into because me and my elder, we were looking at like, you know how they had what's his name, Rick Ross, try to talk about that bunker. Well, we're gonna do a lesson about it, Lord willing, you know, pretty soon, about like they got these like underground business facilities and stuff, like, and just all types of stuff where it just show you that people like Rick Ross, you can't take them people serious. Like Esau, Edom got some, hey, even Moab, they got some shit that's like 6,400 feet underground that can fit 1 million people in it. Like, we're going to go into that, you know, Lord willing, you know, pretty soon. So Lord willing, is edifying to the flock, shalom to the elect of Israel, to the hopeful elect of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians, and the foreign Israelites that look like the other nations scattered across the four corners of the earth. I want to give all praises to Barak, Yahawah, Barak, Yahawashi. Got to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash. I want to give double honor to those and apostles, great millstone, who led us to this truth and been ordained by the Lord to teach the flock how to live, repent, pray, fast, and show forth the Lord's righteousness and mercy, judgment, forgiveness, and wrath to all those who are part of the elect and to the hopeful elect. Lord willing, be part of that number. Lord willing, us be edifying to those who fear in the name of the Lord and is striving to show forth the Lord's righteousness every day to the best of their abilities. His judgment always comes to light. Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 5. It is not slack. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 9 is unto a ring. 2 Ezra chapter 5, verse 42. Why above the waterfall, you sincere believers, especially you Akim out there tuning in. Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Rawchaa, Qadash, Barak, Atham. Lord willingness be edifying to the flock. You know, stay prayed up. Kwam Yasharallah. Peace and blessing to the elect. Shalom.